On the Try 24/7 interview lounge now, very pleased to be joined by Simon Griffiths. Simon is the editor of a brand new open water special magazine called H2Open. We're going to have a chat to Simon now about the magazine and also open water swimming generally. It's an area that we've seen a huge growth in over the last couple of years from triathlon organisers, open water swimming being in the Olympics, great swim series, several initiatives that have really led Simon to get to where he is now and become the first open water swimming magazine. So Simon, this is really the issue one. It's been the launch. TCR's been the launch. Everyone's got one in the goodie bags here. So tell us about how you got to where you are now, and I guess you're a pretty relieved man to have issue one now out there in the public domain.
Yeah, it's a lot of what you say. What you said just now is absolutely true, and we've really seen. I mean, last year, great swim series. I think 20,000 people signed up. This year, Great North Swimming, they're expecting 10,000 people. Races all over the country starting up this year. It was just seemed like a great time to launch such a magazine. I first had the idea back in October, and I was thinking maybe a spring launch. Rick Kiddle suggested to me, why don't you give it out at TCR? You can put 4,000 magazines. I said, I can't do that. It's only 3 months' time. He said, why can't you do that? I said, well, it's only 3 months. And he said, no. So we did it. Rick wrote a couple of articles for me. We've got Dan Bullock has written for us, Paul Newsom from Swim Smooth, Simon Murray from Swim Trek, Kate Rue from the Outdoor Swimming Society. They've all written, come on board and been really, really supportive, really encouraging, and it's been fantastic, really good.
So the magazine, obviously we've got issue one out now. We were chatting before the interview. It's something you're looking to do as a bi-monthly magazine, but with a bit of a special in the middle of the year, obviously covering the big summer season. So obviously that's sort of the model that you're working to. And where will people be able to buy the magazine?
Okay, at the moment we're offering it on subscription, what I hope to do is to get it into some of the lakes when they open up, some of the venues where people train, and I'm going to try and get to some of the bigger swimming events, and hopefully we'll put it on sale there. I haven't yet looked into putting it into the shops. We want to see what the take up is, what the interest is. Subscription only through our website is the way to get it if you want it now, or look out for us at the swimming lakes and at the venues, at the races.
We said at the start there, open water swimming has been booming. Do you think it's any one thing that's done it, or has it just been a combination of factors? With we saw it in the Olympics, and obviously we had some 3 Brits got medals, so that highlighted it from a pro aspect. We had the great swim series, triathletes, obviously is a booming area, and triathletes open water swim, and all these other things. Is it just all of those things coming together, do you think?
Yeah, I hard to say that there's one particular thing. As you say, the Olympics, it's become an Olympic sport. Britain has had 3 medalists, exactly like you say. It's been on television. Wild swimming has been on television. Brian Robson has had his television series. That's sort of opened people's eyes to, actually I can go and swim outside. Why shouldn't I go and swim in the river at the end of our street? It's free. It's open all the time. So people are starting to do that, and and then we're seeing the events being organised around that as well, which is tempting people. And I think the other triathlon, I think, has had a huge influence, because triathlon has forced people who would never normally swim outside to swim outside. It's forced people into open water because they see triathlon as a great sport. That's led to a massive development in wetsuit technology. That wetsuit technology has enabled hundreds of people to swim outside who just wouldn't have dreamed of it before. So it's a whole combination of things that's made it a really attractive sport.
So let's just talk a little bit more specifically about the magazine. If I'm buying the magazine or subscribing, what are the sort of things that I'm going to be reading there, and what is it that you're trying to get across to people that hasn't been available at the moment, because there's nothing out there really for open water swimming, certainly open water swimming specifically anyway.
So there's a surprising number of areas that we can cover really. I mean, there's obviously the training and where you train, and Even open water swimmers, the professionals will do the bulk of their swimming training in a pool. So we're looking at how to train from everybody. You know, if you're a beginner, if you're an intermediate, if you're quite an advanced swimmer, we're going to try to pitch articles at all those levels, and some of that will involve pool swimming. Then we're going to be looking at great places to swim. So we've got Kate Rue from the Outdoor Swimming Society who's going to help us with that, trying to identify best places. We're going to look around the UK and we're going to look around the world for just places where you can go and swim and just enjoy beautiful surroundings, whatever. Then we're going to look at some of the swimming challenges from around the world. And there's lots. I mean, most people think it's swimming challenge, they think of the Channel, and that's sort of the one that the gold standard. But there's hundreds of others around the world. Some are in warm water, some are in cold water, some are in lakes. There's lots of different conditions, different challenges, and there's some people have done absolutely amazing things in swimming, and we want to share some of those stories. And we don't expect everyone who takes up swimming to aspire to swim the Channel or to aspire to a great crossing, but these stories, even if you're thinking of doing a mile, these stories are still inspiring and interesting. So we're going to look at those great swims. And then we're also looking at big races around the world. There's in the current issue we've looked at Rottnest, which is a big swim in Australia, which has been going for 21 years. So every issue we want to look at one of the major races from around the world, and maybe inspire people to think, what am I going to do my next holiday? Maybe I'll go to Australia and swim in a race there.
And there are, as you say, there are so many different options now. In triathlon we're used to doing a 750 or 1500 or 3.8k or whatever. But even within the triathlon organisers, we've seen various developments of events. The Nokia swim last year, swimming, from Hampton to Kingston. Various things like that. Swim Trek, very popular. Promoted the race from, I think it was swimming from Europe to Asia. And all these things out there, and lots of different distances as well. So there seems to be lots of opportunity to set your challenge, as you say. That's not necessarily, doesn't have to be the Channel. Is that those sort of swims? Do you think that's a big growth area that is going to continue?
Yeah. That's absolutely. I don't know how to put it better than you just did, actually. People will find a challenge that suits their current ability in swimming or their current interest in swimming, whether it's a 750 metre swim or a 5 mile swim or a long distance multi-hour challenge. And I think wherever you start from, your next challenge is as valid as anybody else's. So we want to inspire people, whatever challenge they decide to take on. We think that's valid, and we want to support that and encourage that.
Cool. Well, thanks to Simon there. So, Simon Griffiths. The magazine is H2Open. So if you have been at the TCR show this weekend, picked up your goodie bag, you'll already know about it. If you haven't, pop on to... Have you got a website as well, people that can find out more?
H2OpenMagazine.com.
Okay, so H2OpenMagazine.com. Go onto the website, find out a little bit more about it. You'll be able to subscribe, find out where to get the magazine, and we just really wish you good luck with this new initiative. It's filling a gap in the market, and we hope it's a big success.